Hi everyone, welcome back to Discover and Learn. Today in this session, I'm going to talk about one important thing which will help you to become fluent and confident in speaking in English, or rather which will help you with your English speaking journey, or will make your English speaking journey much simpler, easier and interesting. Yes. In the time of social media, we ignore this aspect of learning the language. But this is a very old school method, but I still recommend this method, and in this session I'm going to tell you why I recommend this method to learn this language in a much better and organized way. It will help you to speak English fluently and confidently. It will help you to understand the language better, and it will help you to become confident and fluent in speaking in English as well. So let's talk about it. But before that, welcome back to my channel. I am your communications coach and a soft skill trainer by profession, and I'm here to help you out with all your communications problems and to help you speak English fluently and confidently. But if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, quickly subscribe my channel, like and share my videos. Do write your comments in the comment section, and do not forget to press the notification icon so that you get all my videos on time, free of cost, and access to all the amazing content on this channel. What you have to do is stay tuned, stay connected, and watch my entire video to master this skill. And one more thing, guys, please use this medium to interact with each other. I have 6,000 plus subscribers, guys, and it is a strength. Start writing comments in the comment section. Start interacting with people. Start coming up with a topic. Start writing about something. I will initiate the discussion. I'll take the discussion ahead. Trust me on this. So start. You have to start from somewhere. Take this as a medium. You can form groups also. We all want to learn English speaking, right? We can form a group and start engaging with each other by speaking on any topic, by writing on any topic, by exchanging our thoughts and ideas, right? So start utilizing this medium and start writing your comments in the comment section. Now let's get back to the topic. So today I'm going to talk about reading. Yes, today's internet era. We all love watching, listening to stuffs, but we have forgotten reading. We don't want to waste time in reading, taking up a book or a magazine or a newspaper and start reading. We have forgotten that. We have restricted ourselves to school and college textbooks only. After that, after our school or college is over, we don't want to take up any book, right? We prefer going to Google or learning things on YouTube or any other medium, right? But I'll tell you why books are so important, especially when you're learning a language. Okay, so the first thing I want to mention here is start reading books. Take up any book of your choice and you start reading it. You can take up cartoons, novels, autobiographies, sci-fi, detective novels, short stories, storybooks, a newspaper, a magazine, etc. Whatever you want to. But start picking up something of your choice to start reading. I remember during my summer vacations, I used to get this Reader's Digest. I used to ask my newspaper vendor to give me or to bring Reader's Digest for me for 2 months. So I used to read that book. That was long back when I was in school. So I had this habit of reading. I used to borrow books from my library also. Storybooks, novels. And I used to come back home and read. I have read a lot of books. David Copperfield, Old Man and the Sea, Pride and Prejudice, etc. There were lots of Shakespearean novels which I have, stories or novels which I have read. Okay, another name was Macbeth. So there were lots of books or novels which I have read. But nowadays we don't read. So that is why I want you to take up reading first. Start picking up books and magazines or newspapers and start reading. I used to read newspapers also, and trust me on this, I'll tell you how I used to read newspapers. So I'll tell you in detail how you can read any book, novel or newspaper or a magazine and how it is going to help you. Okay, so when you start picking up books to read, it is going to help you a lot in many ways. Okay, so let me explain you how you can start reading. What are the steps you have to follow while reading? I'll give you my example. I used to read newspaper a lot. So what I used to do is I used to take a newspaper and I used to check the headlines first. Whichever I found interesting, whether it is a sports news or any other news like from the editorial or environment or politics or anywhere else, right? Whatever news I liked, I took up that and I used to read it loudly, right? So I took up that piece of news and I used to read out loud first. Okay, the second step what I followed after reading out loud was, while reading out loud, I used to circle the new words, the vocabulary which I was not able to understand or which just came across to me for the first time. So I used to circle that word. The third step was I used to take up my dictionary and I used to get the meaning of that word, what that word means. And I had a diary in which I used to write those words with its meaning, right? And then the next step which I did was I used to make sentences from that word on my own. 2-3 sentences I used to make. Trust me on this. I did this exercise every single day. The time I realized that my English is so poor and I want to overcome this. I want to become fluent and confident in speaking in English. So the first thing in my mind was to build up my vocabulary, to build up my understanding of this language first. And that is why I've taken up books, newspapers or magazines to develop this skill, right? To build my word power or vocabulary and to build my understanding of the language and sentence construction. So when I read out loud, I was able to pronounce each word right. I used to correct my pronunciation every time I read out loud. I used to read every single word clearly. I'll tell you how. I'll give you an example on how to read. Okay, so I used to emphasize on every single word and I used to read out loud very clearly, to make my speech, my intonation, my pronunciation clear. The next was on word. I used to circle the words which was new to me. Then I used to get the meaning. And then I used to make sentences with those words. And the last part, which I didn't do at that time, which you can start doing, is start with a summary of what you have just read. Summarize everything, right? Come up with a summary of what you have read just now, what it meant or what it means, or what that paragraph or that article means. Just try to speak up in 4 to 5 sentences or 10 sentences. Whatever you can. Take that initiative, guys. This will be a complete practice for you. You will learn vocabulary, you can learn pronunciation, you will learn sentence construction, you will learn how to speak on that topic or any topic, right? So this is a wholesome exercise which you can follow or you can do to learn to speak English fluently and confidently. Do this every single day for 10 minutes a day, and you will, for 30 days if you do this, you will see a lot of difference in your speech, clarity and confidence and fluency. Trust me on this. So this is how you have to start working on reading. For example, there is a news about T20 World Cup. Let's read it. West Indies beat England by 30 runs to lead Group C. Again, West Indies beat England by 30 runs to lead Group C. Now let's see what is inside. I'm just showing you how to read, how to emphasize on every single word and read. Okay, twice champions, West Indies returned to choke their opponents with spin and bundled out England for 166 in 19 overs to top the group with a second successive victory. Very clear? You have to pronounce each word. You have to pronounce each word clearly. You have to give time to each word. Again, twice champions, West Indies returned to choke their opponents with spin and bundled out England for 166 in 19 overs to top the group with a second successive victory. Very clear, right? Now let's talk about some words which are new, like choke, opponents, bundled, successive. Okay, these are new words. Now let's note it down and find the meaning, what it means. Okay, choke means to block, right? Opponents means opposite team, competitors. Bundled out means stop them, right? They didn't make them to make more runs, so they stopped them in this context. And successive victory means one after another. So this is what the term means, the vocabulary, the words means. Now you can take each word and you can start making 2 to 3 sentences on your own about it. And the last part will be, you can just summarize this paragraph. Okay, so this is how you can just talk about any news article, any book which you have read, or any story, anything which you have done. You can take up children's book, you can take up short stories, and lots of things which are available, right? You can borrow books from library. But you should start reading it instead of listening. You can take up books online also. Okay, but you have to read it loud. You don't have to listen to audio books here. You have to take that article or take a book. You have to look at the screen and read it out loud. Okay, if you're taking e-books also, that is absolutely fine. But start reading. Take up newspapers, start reading. So how it will help you now, I'll tell you. As I've already told you, you will learn words, you will learn pronunciation, you will learn clarity, you will learn how to speak English words, how to open your mouth, all the mouth muscles and movements you will be able to grab while speaking words clearly. Okay, so it will bring clarity, it will bring confidence, you'll be able to pronounce each word correctly. You will learn new words, vocabulary, how to use them in your own sentences. You will be able to understand what the article or what the paragraph means, what the story is about, what the novel is about, what the article is about, etc. Whatever you are reading depends on that. So you'll be able to understand that. You will be able to recall it. You will be able to express that in your own words as well. So this is the advantage of reading, guys. So start taking up reading. You can read e-books also. That's absolutely fine. But start reading out loud. It works wonders. So guys, that's it for today. I'll see you in my next session. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking, keep watching, and keep exploring. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.